Hey, welcome back to Basement Backgammon. In this episode, we'll be looking at problem 137 in Bill Robertie's 501 Essential Backgammon Problem Series. Black is to play a 4-1 here. You'll notice that we have the cube, so gammons are a risk. You notice we also have 3 blots in White's home board. White has a bunch of spare checkers ready to hit and make points. White has 2 blots behind us as well. We have a fairly decent structure happening out here in our home board and our backfield. Take a look around the board, see what you do with a 4-1. It's harder than it looks, and come back in 10 seconds. I'll show you what Robertie said. Okay, and we're back. So what Robertie says to do here is 24 to 23, making that 2 point, and then 21 to 17. Now, why 21 to 17 and not either hitting on the 3 point or coming down with another builder? Let's read what Robertie has to say. Move in front of stripped points. Stay away from heavy points. The ace here is pretty easy. Let me move back to the original position. The ace here is pretty easy. Black plays 24 to 23, securing an anchor. But how about the 4? Black has a few choices. 7 to 3 hit, 13 to 9, or 21 to 17. There's nothing terrible about either hitting on the 3 point or putting a builder on the 9 point. But 21 to 17 cries out to be made. Why? Because on the 17 point, the checker is vulnerable to being hit by 5s from the midpoint, but those hits involve a big concession on White's part. He has to give up the midpoint to hit. If Black stays on the 21 point, White gets to hit with spares, keeping all of his key points. Moving vulnerable checkers in front of stripped points carries much less risk. So what Robertie's basically saying here is that when you have a checker that's vulnerable and you have to leave yourself a shot, give yourself an option. Say to yourself, do I want to be hit by checkers that are spares, in which case White doesn't have to give up a made point in order to hit? Or do I want to do this and possibly leave myself at risk of getting hit by a checker which is stripped and must leave itself vulnerable in order to hit? Okay, if White hits with 5 here, it's a vulnerable position because, as you can see, the midpoint is stripped. There's a blot here. There's a new blot over here. I don't know what the second number is going to be, but it's easier for us to make a comeback from that versus if we leave this here and do something like this. Let's say White comes in over here or over here, and now has a chance to hit us with a 1 or a 2 over here, which is much more advantageous because it doesn't have to give up its midpoint. When I say it, I mean White. So let's see, this was over here, and this was over here. 7, right? Yes. So take a look around the board. As you can see, forcing White to try to hit by giving up its midpoint is more advantageous. But let's see what XG has to say about it. We'll throw that over to XG's analysis right now. And here's what XG has to say about 4-1. So Robertie nailed this one. Robertie definitely got it right. You'll notice that it is a very small error to play the more conservative 24-23, 13-9. You get slightly more gammons, but you lose games slightly more. So your win percentage goes down by 1% by playing 13-9, but your gammon percentage goes up by 0.8. When you do the math on that one, it turns out you lose 1.5% equity by playing 13-9 down. So Robertie nailed this one quite well. If you enjoyed this analysis, please like the video. Please subscribe to the video series. We are, at the time of this taping, we're at 520 subscribers. When we get to 1,000, pretty soon, before we get to 1,000, I'll be announcing another prize once we get to 1,000. As of the time of this taping, it is now New Year's Eve 2025, but you'll see this video in a few weeks in January. We are about to give away our dice box with the precision dice in them. That drawing will take place tomorrow on New Year's Day 2026. So as of the time of this, when you see this, this will have already taken place. So I probably even shouldn't talk about it. But this is the issue with recording these things in advance. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you tomorrow with 138. Thanks for watching.